torus is the oldest structure in existence, and without it, nothing could exist. The toroidal shape is similar to a donut, but rather than having an empty central hole, the topology of a torus folds in upon itself, and all points along its surface converge together into a zero-dimensional point at the center. This is the 0 point, the singularity, as all shapes and geometric patterns emerge from one point, and because all is divine and full of creation, this dictates that this point is always energizing, enlivening, and full of potential.
A bulb is what? It's a torus field. And you see these beautiful ejaculations of green photosynthesis here. See these plants, these purple. Look at the purple of these plants. That's really the crown chakra. So you can see how Jack now has broken his crown, his purple crown chakra, and he's just had an orgasm, which is what a bulb does. It's a torus field. You can see the torus hiding behind it. You can see the torus hiding behind all trees. You can see, if you go back here, what is your uterus? The uterus looks like what? A torus. Yeah, because it is a uterus. And then you acquire a torso, and that gives you a Torah, which other people, an aura.
When this initial spark happened, everything that came after was enveloped in the sacred toroidal structure. The true Big Bang was really the initiation of the structure of the toroidal field. From the 0 point, all things emerged and all things shall converge. What we are doing with our blood over intent, with this powerful ascensional magic, is collapsing this toroid and creating a new one. We have used our blood, which flows through our body's 0 point, in order to merge back to the macrocosmic 0 point of this realm.
I said before that this is the torus field of Terra, planet Earth, terra firma. The sun is here. That's the sun. Its vortex, or torus field, is also magnificent, but we can't see it. It's not firm. It doesn't have any firm bits to it. The sun produces all the firm stuff. The sun is the giver of the firmness, but it itself is not firm. It is spiritual.
We are balancing out our toroidal fields and therefore are aligning with the sacred geometry of creation. After performing blood over intent, this is an automatic process. No work or study required. Our higher selves are on automatic drive.
There is the Krishna here is called Jagannath, another name of Krishna. They're all names of Krishna, Jesus, Christ. Here is the electron. Here is the hydrogen atom. You can see the torus field. There's no particles. This is a pulse wave electron. This is a pulse wave hydrogen atom. Your body is anatomy, and it's a pulse wave. There's no particles in your body. You won't find any particles. Gold, zinc, hydrogen, carbon. It's all waves.
If this is source creation, all right? All consciousness, infinite possibilities, all right? Infinite potential. If that's the source creation, then if source creation wants to have experience, okay? Source, God, whatever you want to call it, okay? The nameless, the counterpoint, will go to the center of itself, all right? And create. And what happens when you make another circle? All right, now you just created Vesica Pisces. The opening, this is the vagina, this is the Vesica Pisces, the Pisces, the page, the fish, Pesca.
Well, what's this? Well, this is the shape of your torso, thorax, because it's a torus field. It's a torso. Have a look at all of these pictures, guys. Please understand what you're looking at here. Domes, clocks, bells, bell, glockenspiel. To play the bell is to play the electrical sound of matter. There it is, the bell, Bellis, beautiful blue, golden Tauruses, Apis, the bull, apples, the apples of Apollo, the arbors of Apollo. It's all apples, Tauruses. It's all the one thing, guys.
When I'm grounding at nighttime, I'm connecting with Lucy. And when I'm grounding in the daytime, I'm connecting with Jesus. And I've been placing my intent into Jesus this whole time. And I see what's going on. This is the Jesus, one side of a black hole is a light hole. This is the Jesus-Lucy loop. And as it's looping, everything's being written on the CD. When I place my intent in the morning into the sun, when I'm staring at it and grounding out, I'm completing a circuit. And then the sun comes over the flat earth plane, raining my intent down onto the CD. And when I placed my blood over my intent on video and I published it to YouTube, what happened is that goes straight to your creator, because your creator is the electrical circuit, the L, the code writer, the boss, God, the one at the top over here that's calling all the shots, but they're one.
It's looking in the mirror. So one word is going this way. Atum, backwards.
Yeah.
Motor. Oh yeah. Matter, mother, motion. Okay, so when you learn to look in the mirror, you will see this with the signs.
We are in an illusion, in the third dimension. We came here to complete a mission. After activating our own 0 point and being infused with the Emerald Goddess, which is our collective field of consciousness, we shall slowly be activating our Merkabahs during this time of great remembrance. Upon collectively activating ourselves, we shall return to the 0 point together, ascend up the etheric levels of Mount Meru, and wake up from this illusion in the halls of Amenti. Yes, we are dissolving into the 0 point, reconfiguring the toroid, and therefore transferring dimensions, creating new timelines by merging all timelines, and returning to the state we never left, but just ventured off from. Just like Alice who fell asleep and experienced Wonderland.
So, the dunny, that's the Australian dunny. All right? And to know that the Egyptian word for world is dunya. Okay? It's exactly the same. Because it's a shithole compared to where we come from. That's all. But it's still not to be considered that. It's just a mode of saying, all is adum, of saying that this world is inferior to the high world, but the higher world. But we don't have to hate this world like some people do.
That divide, that's death. Death is to die, right? And when you divide, you're splitting. It's a split. It's a complete separation. And when it separates and dies, like when you die, your spirit and soul leave the body. That energy is divine and it does not die. All right? Just like it kind of wasn't born, but it was put into your body. All right? But that energy goes and it flows and it ebbs and flows. All right? And I'll show you what it does. It separates into frequencies, and those frequencies are colors, the color spectrum. Within color, you have encoding, and you have magnetic cores. You have magnetic cores in every aspect of life. All right, at the atomic level too. So the separation of frequencies or refractions creates refractions. Refractions were created. Okay? It's the prism to the rainbow. So black dielectric, like a longitudinal wave, all right? And then you have the white divine magnetic that comes from the black dielectric light, which could be like, which is short, source. And then from the prism, this the white light, you shine light into the prism. From the white light, you get the rainbow. And the rainbow carries with it everything we know within the physical universe. Everything you know. All types of waves, from atom waves to longitudinal to transverse waves. All right? The all is you.
This system of siphoning energy, it's not actually doing anything to us, but rather coaxing us, hexing us, conning us into giving our consent. We've all been conditioned, contracted into this degenerated version of how a human operates. From above, a city looks exactly like a circuit board, and this is no coincidence. The grid structure, the metal used, it's all here to have us give our consent into being conductive.
Oh, in doing that, you've just created duality. You've just created Trinity, Holy Trinity, the most powerful element in the Brahman creation. You know, now you have Brahma, instantaneously Vishnu and Shiva. They all exist. That's creation is Brahma. Vishnu is the preserver, the great preserver, life. And Shiva is the destroyer and death, transformation, transformative, like Hades, Pluto.
Bull is also bel, or beautiful, because the Trinity of God is the one, the good, and the beautiful. The one, the good, and the beautiful. The beautiful is electricity, Baal. So Baal, see here, the false god Baal.
This is what it looks like, people. They put it on your stamps. You see it right over there, clear as day. Earth, or the universe, is shaped like a football. Okay? There's the two spheres of influence on Luke. You have the sun and the black hole sun, or Lucy and Jesus. The Jesus Lucy loop. Okay? You run an electric circuit. And the engine of creation would be the black hole.
The sun is threefold. There is a physical sun that our eyes see. There is the psychic soul of the sun, which we do not see. That soul is S-O-U-L, as opposed to S-O-L. And then there is the spiritual sun. This is why Jesus said, if you see me, you have seen the Father. Because it's saying, if you've seen the sun with your eyes, and you have spiritual vision, you will see the spiritual part of the sun as well. That is the sun that we worship, not the one that's the disc in the sky, which warms our bodies and vitalizes our souls.
All the ancient cultures of the world always use the eagle. The eagle, in every case, always, no matter how ancient the culture was, the eagle always represented the sun. The sun was the giver of life. It was the one that brought warmth to the earth. It brought light to the earth. It was the energy that brought life into the earth with its energy. It was the dominant power in our little world that we live on the earth is the sun. Without the sun, we're dead. And so the sun always represented the bright, brilliant power of life. And so therefore all of the Nazi, communist, fascist, bloodletting murderers who saw themselves as world dictators always used the sun. They were the great enlightened ones who brought power to the world and energy to the world and all that stuff. So the eagle originally represented the sun, which is very interesting because most of the secret societies behind world government are based on the worship of the sun. Like Christianity, that was nothing more. Christianity was nothing more than a cult.
Mithra, Ra, they always said that there was three Mithras. There's the sun, then there's the sun behind the sun, then there's another sun behind that sun. The sun is a threefold being, same as the moon, same as you. You have a spirit, a soul, and a body, yeah?
The body and spirit are intertwined 100%. There is no separation. The material life cannot be distinct from the spiritual life because both are weaved together.
I respect your body. I'm doing an injustice to your spirit. I should love and adore your spirit and your soul before I look at your physical form and fall in love with it.
Right.
Okay. So the sun worshippers, the bad ones, they love the electrical sun. They get energy from it. They don't think of the sun behind the sun.
Right.
Because that's who we worship. We are true Helio-Gnostics. We are true sun worshippers because we worship the true sun.
Black holes suck in energy and white holes emit it. In our realm, This is the black sun and the white sun. The black sun takes in our intent to process, and the white sun projects it into conscious reality. So everything is self-contained, a projection within a projection within a projection. The universe is you, the apple is you, the plants are you, even the animals are aspects of our internal nature. Let us embrace the coming ascension with ease, gratitude, and poise. May we all be stricken by the Emerald Goddess soon.
You need to spill your blood over your intent, because only the devil hides his intent. And I'm informing you, at 360 days, 360 degrees after, one of your eyes will be opened and you will be able to see. And I'm coming up on 720 days, people, and I'm informing you that my second eye is almost open and I can see what's going on. And you're no fucking monkey, and you need to stop acting like one. You're here as an extension of your creator, and you're here to bring forth heaven and earth.